Now, the nurses strike. Thousands of nurses at 4 New York City hospitals walked off the job today. We're talking 3,600 nurses from Mount Sinai, 3,500 from Montefiore.
And this could potentially cause disruptions in care for ER visits and for childbirth. Now, just within the last 2 hours, we found out Montefiore nurses went back to the negotiating table. We have team coverage in place for you this afternoon. Let's start with News 4's Andrew Siff, live at the picket line in East Harlem. Andrew.
Yeah, Natalie, the strike is ongoing. You can see some of the demonstrators and striking nurses behind me here. They're making noise all day here on Madison Avenue. They were in the middle of what seemed like productive negotiations late into the night, and then around 1 a.m. talks broke off as nurses walked off the job and out into the street.
Enough is enough, Sinai! Enough is enough!
The nurses union had warned of this day for weeks. And today, hundreds of nurses lined Madison Avenue from the early morning hours through the afternoon. Union leaders insisting the walkout was a last resort.
When you see nurses on the outside, you best believe there is something very wrong on the inside.
What's wrong, say nurses, is inadequate staffing in the hospital.
It's never profit over patients. Please understand that. We want safe staffing.
Hospital negotiators offered a 19% raise over 3 years and promised to hire 170 new nurses. But the staffing ratios remain a sticking point with more than 500 unfilled nursing positions here. But hospital officials say amid progress, the union walked away from the table at 1 a.m.
We're hearing our nurses here today saying safe staffing. We had sent a proposal for staffing enforcement, and when they left at 1 o'clock, they hadn't sent us a counter.
Mount Sinai transferred babies out of the NICU and suspended elective procedures to withstand the strike.
Damn right! Shame on you, Mount Sinai!
Elected officials at the union's afternoon news conference said the pandemic made clear healthcare workers deserve more. Hospitals insist a nationwide nursing shortage is to blame for staffing.
That's an excuse, and we reject and refuse to accept that excuse.
Meanwhile, as the volume rose on the picket line, healthcare continued at Mount Sinai with travel nurses filling in.
I verified that the strike wouldn't affect my radiology treatment, which I received, and all the nurses who were involved in my treatment were very, very nice.
Now, a Mount Sinai spokesman described the union's behavior as, quote, reckless, not only for walking away from the bargaining table early in the morning, but also for rejecting a proposal by Governor Kathy Hochul for binding arbitration for both sides. At this time, no new talks have been scheduled. We're live outside Mount Sinai in East Harlem. Andrew Siff, News 4 New York.
All right, Andrew, thank you for that. We want to get